Don't.
Tidy up your room. Yeah, no,
Why
it's
is
a.
why is your room tidy? Are you expecting friends?
Why is your room so clean? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of On It. You got me, you got Devin. We are back. We are here. We are full. It's March Madness season, Devin. It's full March Madness season. So it's
I asked you
whole.
if you wanted to do if we should do a bracket.
Yeah,
You're
we're
like,
gonna
nah.
spend this entire episode, every game we're gonna break
Every
down.
game.
No,
North
we're not
Dakota
doing a
State
bracket.
versus SDSU versus
We're not doing a
Creighton.
bracket. I will say
I don't
we
need
are
to.
1,000% not going to be
It also
doing.
starts so quick. It's
Well,
like selection Sunday, boom, games.
I'll say I did a bracket,
I didn't. I
but
forgot.
like there's no way. Like I don't know about 64 college basketball teams. I ain't gonna sit here and pretend that just be a full on lie. I don't have any
Yeah.
clue. I care about one team, who is a 1 seed. Obviously ran through the 16 seed. Not gonna get hyped about that until we get to like Sweet 16, Elite 8. Then we'll start hyping teams up.
I
I'm
mean,
only
y'all
worried.
are supposed to be a Final Four team.
I hopefully we'll be
Well, I guess
more.
that's in the number 1 seed, but yeah.
Hopefully we will be more than a Final Four team. But yeah, I'm only worried about Florida, and that's about it for March Madness for me. If they get booted, well, give me
I
preseason.
mean,
Give me the NFL preseason games at this point.
I might watch a final, depending on who it is.
Yeah, yeah, it would have to be good though. But you know
If
what?
it's on, I'll flick it on and I'll go, yeah, that happened.
There's another final. There's another final that we might get to watch. Because I figured one more time, one more shot. We're giving them one more opportunity.
The WNBA?
The XFL. Next
Fuck.
Friday, March 28th, their season starts. Their 10-week season kicks off. As far as I know, I've looked at all the rosters. Not a single name stands out besides like Marquette King.
The punter. That's
Yeah,
it.
the punter. That's the only name
God
I've seen.
damn
That's
it, dude.
like
No Josh Gordon.
no Josh Gordon or like Cardale Jones, nothing. But maybe, just maybe, we're in this new league where instead of like looking at like 6 veterans and you were just expecting them to do something, this is just all brand new, fresh faces,
Sure.
and you're not necessarily just looking at. Well,
Not even AJ McCarron. AJ McCarron ran through that league, dude.
I didn't see bro's name. I mean, I had to look at like rosters that were ordered by number, and I couldn't filter anything because it's
Yeah,
not
true. Their website
ESPN.
stinks, dude.
But
Tell The Rock to learn how to program.
I'm gonna give him one more chance because I was trying to look through the rosters, see maybe there was a team that I'd like more than the other, but I don't.
I'm a Defenders fan.
I might have to be. I might have to rock with DC as
I
well,
remind me, I got to go to a Defenders game
dude. You
because
might.
they do the beer snake thing at the field. It looks
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. What would it be like $5
For what?
to go
I, to go?
to get in?
I thought they pay me.
Do you have to pay to go to an XFL game?
Yeah, probably, and it's probably incredibly expensive for no fucking reason.
Would it be super ignorant to say that they probably don't lose as much money as the WNBA does? Can we see that? Can we see? All right, how much money? How much money did the
Well, the XFL also isn't a subsidiary.
lose last year?
They're not a part of the NFL.
Okay, they lost.
WNBA.
They lost They lost an estimated 60 million.
Pull the Dubs up.
And what did the WNBA lose last year? How much money?
All of it, basically.
Did the WNBA lose last year? Well, last year is what, their best year? 40,
Last year's their best.
So 40 million. A bit better than the initially reported 50 million, but still a loss. All right, I want to see like
what's revenue?
XFL revenue?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. XFL revenue. Boom. Despite losing 60 million, projected 100 million in revenue for the following season, with 20 million coming from its broadcast contract with ESPN. So you do that. You hold on to that math number, guy. WNBA revenue. They're so listening because that's the top thing. I only typed in WN and it was like WNBA revenue.
You just looked up revenue a second ago, but yes, they are
Uh,
listening.
WNBA teams do receive more than 42% of national revenue under a complex formula, with a part of the NBA's share flowing to W teams. TV contracts with ESPN and NBC are worth $200 million, 6 times its previous ESPN annual average. So they're making money off. What is that? WNBA players get 9.3% of the league revenue. Wait,
Yeah, the NBA revenue.
so they get more than 42% of that. Whatever I'm reading, it
Wait, what
seems.
of the WNBA revenue?
I don't. I have no clue.
I don't know. They like to fudge the numbers.
They do, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They love showing numbers
Bullshit.
that WNBA also expects to sell additional packages of games that could be sold up to 60 million or more. No,
I'll buy them,
no. Because what I read is it's hundreds of millions every year that's lost. But
dude. If I was, oh, dude, great idea. If I was super rich, I'm buying every ticket to every WNBA game, and I'm throwing them away.
see, but I mean that's the thing though. I don't even like I.
I'm joking. No,
And I know.
women play
I'm
basketball.
gonna say I know you're joking, but it's like I don't like. I wish people didn't make it so hard to just let it be a sport that
Is inferior.
if it's gonna become important, it'll become important. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
Let it
just
happen.
it is what it is. Like if it becomes more interesting, it becomes like people want it to become the NBA over an off season. It's like the NBA wasn't the NBA just the day they became the NBA.
Also, the NBA's like semi-struggling.
A little bit. I
So
mean,
it's like,
they're
if
always
you
gonna
think that
make
you're going to make
money.
a better product than the NBA that is struggling at the moment to compete in the rest of the sports world,
Mm.
I don't get how you think that you're up there with all these big leagues.
And like Draymond put it, NBA players support WNBA players the most.
Fuck yeah.
And like with that being said, it's like most NBA like fans shit on the NBA.
Yes.
So it's like you think like I don't know. It's like they don't. I don't know. People already aren't trying like going to go out of their way to support it. But then you got people like Angel Reese going like, "We gonna sit out." It's like, all right,
Cool.
go
I
ahead.
wouldn't notice.
And that's the problem. It's like, well, I,
Like, what are you taking from us from sitting out? Like, you need to not sit out.
you're
Like, that's how
taking
y'all make.
you're taking money from people who don't get McDonald's advertisements or Reese's Puff deals. Like you're
For real.
taking who are actually
Because they're making a livable wage.
oh for sure
70, 80K, whatever.
if you're making 60, 70K just hooping,
Sure.
you're still making a good
That's
amount
minor
of money.
leaguer. That's
Just
minor league
hooping.
baseball shit.
Like I'll take that just to hoop. Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
But yeah,
I'm
no,
not
they're
gonna
not the
bitch and
biggest.
cry.
Yeah, they're not the top two players in the WNBA. So when I'm lying. Angel Reese isn't even.
Well, in
Anywhere near
in
the
terms
top
of
10.
skill, like you could easily look at. I mean, like I said, if people truly cared, they could deep dive way more into the WNBA or watch this women's March Madness tournament and find a lot way more skilled players than Angel Reese. And that's
Of
the thing,
course.
and not even to shit on her because I really don't care. Like I don't care enough to go out of my way to shit on her. It's just sometimes she says some stupid shit that has to be addressed. But I mean, I saw that video. What's her name? Sabrina, whatever. She was
Ionescu?
getting strapped by that high schooler.
Nah.
It was like a 17-year-old high schooler, a dude.
It's just how it is, dude.
This is a 17-year-old high school dude.
I don't know why we expect otherwise. I don't know why we expect women to like destroy the best basketball players in the country.
But she was getting mad at him. Like she was getting mad that he was like busting her ass, and it was like, I mean, I don't know. It's just you can't like if that happens right there. It's like, all right, you cannot go on a podcast tomorrow and say the NBA players should give us more money. Maybe the NBA should donate us more money. Maybe it's like no, nothing.
Well,
at
I
all.
mean, for me, it's just I don't know why we're talking about the WNBA again, but it's just such a short term thing. It's like maybe create something that you can grow rather than telling us and telling NBA fans and NBA players to grow your sport for you.
Make the
Doesn't make any
WNBA
sense.
3-on-3.
That's not doing anything either.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Undisputed or whatever it's called.
Make it 3-on-3 because I mean,
They got a 3-on-3 thing right now.
well, no, make it all 3-on-3 because that fully exposed someone like Angel Reese who cannot do anything but get her own miss or rebound her
True.
own misses. It's like when you really break it down, it's like 3-on-3. It's like you just put 3 hoopers out there. Really,
Sure.
you're just gonna put 3 people who can, all phases of the game. They'll be able to execute. Her, no, it'd be a waste of space on a 3v3. Run a 5-on-5, sure, we'll let you sit there and guard the damn rim.
Sure, stand in the paint the whole game.
Maybe a 3-on-3 would be a little more entertaining.
I mean, I still like Shaq's idea. Drop that hoop down, dude. 9 feet.
I don't think it does anything.
A little bit.
And people who are shooters,
maybe Angel Reese can dunk.
But no. I think that would mess up. I think it would be hard for. I don't.
That would be. Honestly, Caitlin Clark would probably be eliminated.
I'm
having
saying
to shoot on a foot shorter basket.
She'd be pissed. She's like, bro, I've been training my whole life on 10 foot.
The same height, yeah.
Well, and she's like, bro, so I'm just the best player of all time, and now we're gonna drop the rim. Like, what are we doing here? Y'all are nerfing the shit out of my run right now. Trying to.
Well, they gotta let Caitlin Clark take over. Maybe instead of trying to create fucking strong-bodied female basketball players, teach them all how to shoot.
Well, I mean, that's just nature of the game. Everybody's gonna be able to shoot at some point. We got 7-footers in the NBA shooting. Eventually, we're gonna have 6-5ers in the WNBA shooting.
Yeah, 6-5ers.
Whatever you want to call
Women
it.
are shorter.
All right.
I hate talking about the WNBA because I just sound like a fucking loser.
So do I. You brought it up.
I know.
You brought it
up.
Like
women's. No one wants to watch women's sports because no one does.
I might have brought it up, but I might have brought it up, but
it's okay.
I was just talking revenue. I thought it'd be funny to see that they're.
Oh, you're right.
The XFL loses about the same amount of money as the WNBA, and you don't hear those fuckers complaining about needing to get paid more. You hear them. You hear them going, please tell me we're having another season.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing. Are we playing next year? Can we play next year?
Yeah.
Are we even the XFL anymore? I mean, it's just, are we changing our name again? I mean, they just want to play football.
It was UFL.
And the USFL.
USFL?
Yeah, I think so.
Was it UFL?
But there was an XFL. There was an XFL.
Back in the day, it was XFL. So
but then
like
XFL
and then
2020, USFL. 2019 hit, there was, whenever came the XFL. But there was the UFL. Whatever. Let's talk the NFL. The actual football league. Some rule changes. Committee came together and teams pushed for some certain rule changes.
No pun intended.
And no pun intended because the Packers want to ban the tush push, Devin.
Were they the only ones or were they the first to come forward?
They're the team that there's other teams that I guess co-signed it at the draft and interviews were like, yeah, we should ban it, but they're the team that showed up at this meeting or whatever and were like, we need to ban it and here's why, and they said for reason they said it takes no skill, the whole pushing
it's a little false
behind, which now like I said. Skill would be the defensive coordinator and the actual defense being able to scheme against said tush push, but that's different.
I mean, you could argue that the pushing of the quarterback isn't the most important part of the play.
No, well, it's like, okay, all right, it's like because then they said this will bring back the regular QB sneak. That was another one of their reasoning. It'll bring back the regular QB sneak. It's like, well, we still have that.
Yeah.
But in all reality, whether you got 2 people pushing you behind, what are you saying doesn't take skill? Jalen Hurts isn't doing anything different. You know what I mean?
Than a QB sneak would be.
Yeah, he's gonna fall forward and hope that the 5 guys in front of him can make enough room for a yard. So I mean the pushing behind. Let's be real. You have 5-on-5, 5-on-4, whatever, 5-on-6, 6-on-6, mashing at the line. Saquon Barkley and Devontae Smith or AJ Brown, like whoever's back there, they're not the main reason for why
That's what I'm
Jalen Hurts
saying.
is getting that yard. They're like
Jalen
making
Hurts can
sure.
squat, 700 pounds? He can
Yeah,
push a little bit.
that's what I'm saying. And the 5 beefiest dudes on the field in front of you,
Who are basically creating a walkway. They're falling in front of you, creating a walkway. You can just
yeah,
move a
it's like
yard.
there's at times the tush push. It's like they're kind of walking with him as if like they're like somebody like your crew like walking with you to like a boxer to the ring. Like they're kind of
Yes.
just walking behind him, just escorting him to the first down or to the
Yes.
end zone. I mean, it's
Yes.
not. And they also say it would prevent, it's a risk of injuries. The tush push.
Look up how many people got injured on a tush push. Exactly. On either side.
0%.
Either side.
Absolutely
Why don't
not a
we
single
fucking
injury.
put real grass in every stadium, you fucking dildos?
Well, that's the thing. Is like we're gonna worry about one play that one team like really likes to use, and we're gonna say that that's full on like a safety problem, a safety issue. But there's like proof that certain fields, their turf just causes more injuries. Like maybe it's not a fact, but the what's the word? The numbers are there. Like it's like
There's
there's
correlation.
data. There's data to prove that there are more. Whether you want to say it's more dangerous, you can argue it's a coincidence or whatever. But it's like we see it. The turf.
Yeah.
There's turf that's just worse.
And there's also evidence that shows that guardian caps don't work.
See, the problem is they're using
or work as well.
They're using the lower concussion rate as the reason, like saying the shells are the reasoning for that. When in reality, I think just every year moving forward, players are going to go out of their way to try to not get a concussion. Like
Yes.
on both sides of offense and defense. I think every year, at this point, you're getting fined for just putting your head down as a running back.
Yeah.
Like, no, these guys are definitely going out of their way to not get concussed just to keep some money in their pocket, just so they don't get fined for some bullshit later on. I mean, I just don't really, I don't know. I don't see the injury. Teams fake like they care about injuries. It's like we talked about.
No, the NFL fakes like they care about injuries. No one gives a fuck.
And I forgot what we talked about.
Unless it's a quarterback.
Like I forgot what we were comparing it to. Maybe it was when Josh Allen was obviously concussed and he got knocked out.
Yeah.
But they just did absolutely nothing about it.
They peeled him off and then put him back out there.
And I don't know if that was it, but it was like I don't know. It's just Roger Goodell's full of shit. It's to sit there.
Of course.
But that's the thing. It's like that's why they're not gonna ban the tush push. They're not. And this is actually something.
But even if they do, it'll be. I mean, they banned the hip drop bullshit. If they ban the tush push, it's not going to be because of fucking injuries. They could say it's because of that, but no, it's going to be because the other NFL teams don't want to learn the play, don't want to implement that.
See, but a hip drop tackle, actually has caused injuries. Now, while I do disagree with the ban of said injury, because it's like you're basically teaching defenders, you're reteaching defenders how to, attack a ball carrier. It's just I was never a fan of that ban, but there is at least proof of injury from a hip drop tackle. It's like
and it's not like their play works better than our play does.
But it's like the same way they've been sitting here for years saying, no matter how much padding or protection you put, you can't protect the inside of your skull. You can't protect your brain. It's like, so to come out here and act like this 1-inch foam around your helmet is the end-all be-all savior of CTE. I mean, that's not the case. Detroit, they want to, so defensive holding and illegal contact. Usually when that's called, offense, they're given 5 yards and an automatic first down. They want it changed. I didn't see what they want it changed to, and that's what I was going to ask you. What changed to what?
Defensive holding.
Offensive holding is just a 10-yard penalty.
Offensive holding should be changed, though.
Defense, I don't know.
5? I don't like 10 yards. To get a holding call on first down, and now it's 1st and 20. But also, I mean, maybe they'll call, I don't know if that'd be a good thing or not, but maybe if it is 5 yards, they'll call holding more often.
I don't know. I don't really disagree with the because the whole argument is they're saying it's not fair to the defense that's the punishment is an automatic first down and 5 yards. But I'm saying, is that in comparison to what the offense gets? Because that seems pretty fair. I mean, because here's the thing. I mean, I guess, yeah, it could be 2nd and 1, and you get called for holding, so then it's 2nd and 11. But
Yeah.
it could also be, it could be 3rd and 10. Now it's 3rd and 20. But it's just, I don't know. Maybe the automatic first down. Maybe I will agree
But
with that, because if you have them at, say it's 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20, 3rd and 21, it's like, all
yeah,
right, you want to give them 10, 5, maybe even 10 yards. Give it to, but don't give them an automatic first down just because one of our players, hooked an arm or something like it,
sure.
especially before the ball was thrown.
I mean, they might need to make two separate penalties because there are some plays where it's like there's a slight little hook
Well, okay,
on
here.
mid route, but there's some where it's like no, he got tackled.
So
Um,
see if I can help break it down the difference, because it's because defensive holding is literally holding defensive hold before the
before
ball
the
is
ball's
thrown
out.
is thrown.
Well, but defensive holding can also be on on two players that the ball is not being thrown to.
Yes, but it's any holding on a receiver, tight end, whatever,
Yeah,
before a ball is thrown. Period. But
yeah,
illegal contact is more of a rerouting, running
yes,
into them. Say they're running a post route, or they're running across, or just a slant
sure,
across the middle, and you more run into them.
sure,
Rerouting them, which I kind of feel like are two different penalties. Like, if
yeah,
anything, there should be a different change than just, we need to change these two exact penalties. They get the same exact punishment. To me, I feel like holding is a lot more obvious than rerouting. If you're dropping to a zone and somebody, is coming by you, and you just, you bump into them, I feel like that's a knick-knack call. That might be called
yeah,
here and there,
yeah.
compared to,
Because
which,
I mean, they pull that shit on offense too.
and maybe because it's more of a rare call, maybe they get an automatic first down for rerouting. I don't know. I don't really think it's gonna happen. I don't think they're gonna make that type of change, just because that's a, I don't know.
The
That's gonna
ticky
turn
tack
in
bullshit.
and I think this is gonna. I'm gonna say this for a couple more of these rules. I think the NFL is gonna be afraid to continue to change, because you're gonna continue to have these conversations of everybody shits on any record now because of the amount of games,
True.
and just all the just certain things that I guess they try to just downplay because of all right, for instance, Detroit, no, Philly, they want the playoff overtime in the regular season.
Yes.
So in my eyes, that's more football, more entertainment, more
Yes.
interesting games. But in the NFL, maybe in the NFL eyes, you're just in terms of not putting an asterisk on the rest of the NFL's, history, just the history of the NFL for in the making, the future of the NFL, having an asterisk on it because a team got a chance at the end of the game that the first however many years, almost 60 years, they didn't get.
Yeah, but to me, that the overtime thing seems like an improvement. Like it's not like it's the changing of something for the sake of changing it. It's to make overtime actually fair and not come down to a coin flip. Like
Yeah,
I understand that the defense should hold, but I mean, if both teams have a good enough offense like to run through each defense, give them a shot.
and I personally think you want the most entertaining overtime in the NFL, you make it college rule.
Old college rules or new college rules
New college rules.
with the 25-yard line bullshit.
What's your old overtime? What's your old overtime?
Like old when there were no.
No, I'm talking lining up at the 25 after the second touchdown. You're going for two, hella 2-point conversions. It's just I'm saying I don't know. I
I don't
like
like
that.
that as
What do
much.
you mean? Every play could be a touchdown.
I know, but
Imagine. Okay, but
it's
think about it though. Think about
one
it though.
fucking drive. It's
Think
fucking
about it
first
though.
and goal.
Think about the games you would have
Or
though.
no, it's only 25 or
We
whatever.
had 5 touchdowns from Lamar and Joe Burrow. Imagine if they go in a quadruple overtime and they both throw 9 touchdowns in a total game. I mean, we're talking ridiculous games. where it's just
Sure, but
bag after bag. Like you want to improve it, make it more entertaining. There you fucking go. How are you arguing a more entertaining overtime?
I
Everything
don't
because
know
we're
if it is.
talking,
I mean,
but this is the NFL. This isn't.
if anything, that waters down shit a lot. That's gonna water down shit a
Fuck,
ton.
fuck that. If are we
No,
watering
not
it?
fuck
Are we
that.
watering it down? Or are we making it better?
I don't know if I don't really enjoy the overtime shit. Like
So
I think the first college game that I watched where it was overtime bullshit was that Colorado Colorado State dog shit. I don't know. I just don't like the way that it is.
that.
Like
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's the
it
first
feels.
college. What do you know about college overtime, though? It sounds like you don't know much about college overtime or have
I know the new
experienced.
rules.
You haven't. What do you mean new rules? This has been a thing for a while.
How long has this been a thing?
How when
Because I thought college
what do you
was
want me to look
no.
up? What do you want me to search? When did college
When
change
did
their
college
when
overtime
did
rules change?
college overtime change?
Because I thought though maybe I'm
I believe
stupid and
I
stinky.
remember they refined the rules. They adjusted them, but oh yeah. Instant 2 point start. Yeah, okay. All the way from 96 to 2019 it stayed the same, and then in 2019 they instituted the 2 point conversion starting in the 5th overtime period. Yeah, that's why you were confusing me when you said first or new overtime. Like, this is the overtime. This is college overtime.
Never mind.
This has always been college overtime.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You like it. You just don't know it. You said you don't know what college overtime is. You said the new overtime, like Colorado and Colorado State. No, Devin. Like when it's fucking an SEC football game at 3:30 and
Well, yeah,
and the sun's going down because they're in quadruple overtime and it's Florida fucking Georgia. That's the type
yeah,
of game I'm talking about. Not this
no,
bullshit.
I don't
Colorado
like it.
State. It's fine. This next season.
No, but I think it's completely fair to have both teams have an opportunity to score.
Less injuries, less risk of injuries. You're not going down a whole field. You're not playing. It's not as many plays. It's not as many snaps. You're right there at the 25. Bro, come the fuck on. Way more points, way more touchdowns, way more opportunities to score.
Dude, half the NFL games are going to be 78-42.
Boo
Not
freaking
70.
who?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Some of these defenses can nut the fuck up and strap up. And we got these amazing red zone defenses all of a sudden because they got to
No.
strap up in every overtime. How are you arguing?
No, I'm
this?
saying that offenses are just going to get more and more overpowered to where it's not even going to fucking matter.
How is that the case when you got okay, you're right. Patrick Mahomes can't get boxed because he's throwing to Juju and Travis Kelce. It's like, no. If you give Travis Kelce, if you give Travis Kelce 60 yards to find a zone to drop into, where he'll get open, yeah, sure, they'll be able to make it work in overtime. But no, we're talking the pressure's on. You got 15 yards until it's 1st and goal. You better figure it the fuck out. I don't know. Maybe you don't know how good it would be until we.
But it feels a little Bush League for the NFL, you know?
Nah. No, so. Bush League would be like, we're gonna do 1 foot in counts. This is we're making overtime more entertaining.
Well, college also needs to get rid of the 1 foot bullshit.
I think it makes it more entertaining. I don't see no. To me, Bush League is they made a field goal and they didn't get a first down. Game over. The fuck is that?
What do you mean?
No, like that could be a scenario. This team gets the ball, they kick a field goal, and then this team gets the ball. And they don't get they don't get in field goal range. Oh, game's over. That's boring as fuck. Oh, this team had one drive. Oh, they didn't score. Oh, that team game over. They scored touchdown. Like what? How are we? I don't know. It's fine. We'll never see it, so I'll never be able to prove.
No.
I'll never be able to go. Ha. Look, it's amazing. But maybe next year I'm gonna make sure I call out any entertaining college overtime. I'm going to send it your way, and you're going to go, wow, look at that. College overtime. Such a blessing to have.
Wasn't there one in the playoffs?
I don't fucking know. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was Arizona State.
Yeah, Scatterbo. He was. Come on.
I don't like that.
You're just wrong. I don't know. You know?
I might be.
And I'm pretty sure I think every drive they move back a little bit. Like, bro,
no.
No, yes they do.
No, they stay. And
No, shut up. You don't know shit about college overtime
now I
anymore.
do.
College
No,
over.
no. The first after the second overtime, you have to go for two. It's not the fifth. I think it's the second.
Force teams 2 point after a touchdown starting. Well, no, it was fifth in 2019, and then they changed it to second in 2021.
Okay.
Shorten overtime periods and resolve more. Team alternating possessions, attempting. I don't care. Still starting at 25. Yeah, give me that all day.
They have to score a touchdown.
Every
And then
play is a touchdown. They
you could have
have to
8
score a
fucking
touchdown.
touchdowns.
Okay, you'd rather have a field goal competition than a touchdown competition?
Yeah.
Don't lie to my face just for the sake of the debate.
No,
you would not rather have two nerdy fucking white dudes out there kicking it for the game winner when you could have just a battle of touchdown, like battle of touchdowns. What are we talking about?
But in overtime in the NFL or in college is you throw a touchdown pass and then flip sides, the other team gets the ball from the 25, throws a pick, game over. Not that fucking cool.
Dude, it could literally be back that up. They kicked a field goal. Oh, they threw an interception. Game over. That's even more boring. Like your scenario.
I think overtime is the same amount of boring.
But no. Your scenario was less boring than my scenario, and your scenario was college overtime. So if it's still
more boring.
No, it's not. It's way less boring.
It's from the 25. You get the ball from the 25.
College overtime is entertaining. Bro, this isn't okay. But here's the thing, though. It's not college football. It's the most professional players in the world. Some of these defenses are going to be able to stop these offenses. It's not going to be a sling fest all the time. I'm just saying, when you have those games where these fuckers are going 5 for 5, 5 touchdowns each in a regular, in the regular time, and then they have to go in a quadruple overtime. We're gonna have Lamar. We're gonna have Lamar.
Why don't we make it like
we got Lamar and Joe Burrow throwing touchdowns for 3 more hours?
Yeah.
Fantasy through the roof. I mean, it's just like it would be. Look,
I don't know, but the 25 just feels too close. Like just
okay, the 40. I mean, what are we? Can we
50?
Can we wait? Can we figure it out here? Can we negotiate? It doesn't have to be the 25.
Or you just each team gets a touchback. The ball comes out to the 30.
All right, well then we're just talking about a normal drive at this point.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Give them normal drives.
We're lowering the risk of injury, and we're upping the chance of entertainment. That's what it would do. I'm sorry.
Why don't we bring back the good NFL and we up the chance of drug use, and we increase the risk of injury?
No,
I think that would make the sport more fun.
I don't know. I'd say, I mean, in today's day of medicine, I mean, if everybody was super juiced and everybody was just on the most like best drugs, I mean, probably nobody would get hurt. Nobody would feel a thing.
Yeah.
Everybody would be now.
Well, but then you would get the freaks who are twice the size and now they're blowing up.
Sure.
Skilled players.
Oh, I thought we didn't care about putting asterisks on the NFL. See.
No, I'm not saying it's an asterisk. I'm just saying that it would be violent.
Yeah, I mean,
people would get injured.
It'd be a world where like there wouldn't be like a Julian Edelman.
Fuck that.
Or like I don't know. A lot of guys.
Unless Jules was on the juice.
He was he not? Didn't he get hit with a PED?
Did he? He did.
I thought he did.
I thought that was Cialis.
Cialis?
Yeah.
I thought that was that girl's name.
That college student.
Oh.
Huh?
Nothing. Anyways.
Cocaine?
More. What are we talking about? More rules. Oh, Detroit. Funny. It's Detroit that wanted this, or that pushed for this. The changing of the playoff seeding instead of division.
Oh, of course.
What do you mean, of course, though?
Well, because they were a game away from being the 5 seed.
Their argument.
And they were bitching about it.
But their argument was it would make later games in the season more competitive. But would it not be
bullshit? Would
it not be more competitive if you were playing
if one team could be the 5 and one could be the 1?
It's like, look, if we lose, we're going to be 5. If we lose, we're going to be 5. Compared to if we lose, we're going to be 2.
Exactly.
It's like no. Either way, you're
That's
playing.
way more competitive.
Yeah.
If one of these teams is going to be the 5 seed.
And then if you look at it, it would have been Detroit, Philly, Minnesota, Washington, Green Bay, Tampa, and then the Rams.
Yeah.
So even if all top 4 teams won, or the top 3 teams won, all right, Detroit's still facing Washington round 2. I don't know if that was their way to try to duck some type of smoke and try to catch somebody else lacking, but I mean,
sure.
For Detroit's sake.
Well, I mean, I think that was the first time that they thought about that, like that you could have such a great season, but because the Vikings had a good season too, we can't. We deserve to be the 1 or the 2 seed. It's bullshit.
But it was more. I thought it was more of the Vikings crying about it because they kind of knew they weren't.
No. It was the fact that uh, Detroit was scared that. I mean that the last game of the season, because they've had such a good season, would put them in the 5 seed if they lost.
I'm just shocked that
Minnesota was shocked that they were there. They had no fucking reason to be there.
I mean, I'm just shocked in hindsight that they still push. They're still pushing for that.
Well, because I think it hit them because it wasn't something that you thought you. Who the fuck would have thought you could have won 15 games and been a 5 seed, or 14 games and been a 5 seed?
I mean, that's just the name of the game. I don't really.
It's a rare thing.
I don't know. I think any other organization that's used to winning a little bit more wouldn't be this pressed about it.
Yeah, but it's Dan Campbell and this scared ass organization.
They're like, this isn't fair. It's like, no. It's like, this is fair. I mean, it's just how I don't know. I don't know.
But it's how seeding works, and yeah, I think that makes games way more competitive. Like if Baltimore is fighting for the division win.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, so you'd rather take away division rivals completely and just make sure the final game of the season is a little more entertaining. Make sure they're not sitting their starters. The final game of the season. I mean, it's still, even if they change this, it's probably already going to be pretty much locked in by the last week, like it is every year.
Yeah, and it usually is.
Like we have an idea every year.
It usually is, but I mean, at the same time, this is the playoffs. And if you get in the playoffs, you have a chance to win any game. So it shouldn't matter what seed you are. If Detroit's the 5 seed, it shouldn't matter what fucking seed you are if you didn't have the record for it.
Well, Minnesota lost.
Yeah, Minnesota lost.
Detroit lost. I mean, shit. People lost, Devin.
Everybody but Philly.
Everybody that was crying. Everybody that's I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense. And 2 more things that were proposed, that were just brought up. It wasn't necessarily by a team. Virtual measurements. Absolutely.
I think they're doing that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, it's like we'll see. They're slowly going to transition into it. Like they're going to go use the Skycam next year, but they're going to keep the chain gang on the sideline and still like have them there. But
don't they have a chip in the ball?
I don't know.
I think they're chipping balls.
If they, like you're saying, they've had it, it's been chipped.
Well, I think that going forward, they're going to use the chip in the ball if there is one in there, or they will add one that will tell them exactly where the ball finished.
I don't know. I didn't. I'll have to look into that. I didn't see. I would probably.
I'd like to get my balls chipped.
I would have assumed that they would have mentioned something like that when they mentioned the virtual measurements, but that, and then making more things reviewable, which I'm for. I'm
for, but it's gonna get complicated.
See, okay, but can I uncomplicate it for you? Can I uncomplicate it for you? I want to uncomplicate it because I think I have an idea.
Untangle it for me.
I want to uncomplicate this situation for you. So, say instead of making it to where the point, because I feel like maybe your brain went where mine went, where I was thinking like, then we're gonna call like too many penalties. Like everything is gonna be seen. At least that's how how I was thinking. I was like, New York's gonna have their nose in everything. Just want to see every single play. I'm thinking
Gene Steratore, whatever his name is.
I'm thinking you have it more like this. There's let's say how many officials are out there? 6, 7, 8,
12.
However many. Let's say let's
38.
say a solid 10.
I'm grabbing a water. This is rough.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Go ahead and grab yourself a water. But I would say if you're gonna have people virtually reviewing the game and being able to call for reviews on certain plays or certain penalties moving forward. Now, I say you do it like this. You have them watching the game just like the
Yep.
refs, watching it in real time like the refs, just with whatever angle they like to use, or because they have access to different angles, maybe you have different people for different angles or whatever. And if they see something in real time that the refs did not see, they make that call. Hey, we got to review that. We need to go back and see what this shit was. I don't want it to
Yeah.
be something where they get to sit there
And
every
wait on a
play.
coach to challenge.
Yeah, and then every single play they get to review and sit there and go, oh no, hold on. Like it's like
Oh
no,
yeah,
it needs to be
we're,
something.
we're not double and triple checking.
It's like
It should be.
it can be extra eyes, extra refs.
It should be like an overruling type of
Yes,
deal. Like if there's a
overruling.
ruling on the field, you quickly can overrule that
Like if something is missed by the
with a double
refs,
check.
like something that's
Yep.
missed by the refs at times, like even like maybe us, like we're watching
So
on
there's going to
TV.
be 8 million holding calls.
No. But listen though. Listen to what I'm saying though. Hold on. When we're watching on
You
TV,
can. Whoops.
what?
I admit it.
You didn't say anything. I'm
I
saying.
hit one of these.
I'm saying.
I was brushing my
What
teeth
is it?
real hard.
It's oh god. But I'm saying though, I don't want it to be a bunch of holding calls. I'm saying more like you'll see a play where it's like that looked like a horse collar, that looked like a face mask, that looked like this, that looked like that. Maybe that looked like a blatant hold. Maybe something that another pair of eyes that saw that was so obvious that was just happened to be missed by a ref from their point of view. Those types of calls can be made from
Yeah.
the overseeing eye or whatever you want to call it. But we're not
The
having
Illuminati.
we're not having AI spot every single holding call.
No.
Like you don't get to go back in every single play and go, oh yeah, no, he held right there. It's like no, it has to be something that because if the refs and you missed it, then it must have been really hard to catch.
Sure.
And that's just
But yeah,
that's part of the
it
game.
should be used for egregious penalties.
Yes. Like
Like
this is something we needed on the like Saints Rams. Yeah, like that's what we
but
needed.
then they implemented the pass interference is now reviewable shit, and then but it was up to like it was used as a challenge. Like a coach would have to challenge and go, hey, we want to challenge the calling on the field, and I think fucking one of them was overturned or overruled or whatever. And
Yeah,
it's
it
just,
should be like it shouldn't
that's
be.
a waste of time.
Yes, it shouldn't be on us. It should just be somebody right away.
Booth review, but not stopping the game. Booth review, like, oh yeah, we took a look at it as they're getting to the next play. We took a look at it.
Mm-hmm. That's
Cleared,
what I don't want.
or boom, overruled, whatever.
Absolutely not. Because yes, it has to be. I'm saying like they need to be given the same allotment of time as those refs. Because it's not like those refs can go. You know what? I think he held. You know what? Hold on, and then blows around. Like it's like no, we're not doing that. It's like it has to be something that you caught. Like you caught it, but because you have access to replay it, it's like, oh, I saw that. Let me go back and replay this. Oh, that's a penalty. Yep. We're gonna run that back. But yeah, no, we're not having AI. I don't want GPT calling every single penalty. I mean,
I don't even know what GPT stands for. What would GBT stand for?
I don't know. I honestly
Great Britain's tits.
I have no clue what GPT stands for, and you think I would know by now. Okay. So I wanted to ask you this because
why would you know?
It was on my mind, and I've been seeing all these moves being made, this offseason. And we had this conversation maybe more specifically about Travis Kelce, but now I'm talking more so about the Chiefs, as a whole. I mean, they really are at a risk at dropping. When I mean dropping, I mean like not
you
just
mean dropping up a seed into
like
winning the Super Bowl next year.
Not just like not being first seed, or it's like not winning their division. I mean, Okay, look at it like this. So they just lost their Super Bowl. They just lost the Super Bowl, and I think from a critic standpoint, this was probably their worst team.
Chat BET.
And
Is that a thing? Did
they're
someone say that already?
they're probably their worst just performance all season. One of their out of all their Super Bowl teams, this is probably their worst. What do they do? They re-sign Hollywood. They re-sign Juju.
Marquise.
They re-sign Kareem Hunt. They trade away Joe Tooney. They make a lot of cocky moves. To me, these are like cocky ass moves.
These are like, oh, we're good with what we have.
This
team's
we don't
good.
we don't need to go out there. Like, I do like the Nick Bolton re-signing, but that's about it.
Yeah.
That's the only re-signing I really like.
What about Travis Kelce?
I've seen Travis Kelce podcast. I've seen Travis Kelce party. I have not seen bro train yet.
I've seen him get a few different haircuts, and God, I feel bad for the two of them because I don't know.
What?
I've seen some clips of the Kelce podcast, and they're basically just paid actors at this point. It's kind of sad.
What you mean?
Like Jason and Travis.
Are they paid? I mean, I remember when they did the podcast like this style. It seemed pretty.
Yeah.
It seemed pretty. What's the word I'm looking for? It seemed pretty normal. Are you saying it's changed to like just a straight?
It's corporate. It's all corporate.
Okay. Very.
It's super corporate.
Podcast.
Like before, it was like it wasn't the craziest podcast, but it was
more genuine
stories and reality a little bit and whatever. But now it's just like I was hanging out with my girlfriend. It's like, shut the fuck. That's not your girlfriend. It's a fucking stinky fucking singer lady.
They went from making up topics to giving topics.
Yes.
They're being fed topics when they show
they're not doing anything.
They're not coming up with. They're not excited to talk about things. They're just excited to show up to get paid for sitting and talking.
Way too much money to talk about.
But like,
nothing.
Okay, you look at the
just like us. We're getting paid nothing to talk about nothing.
There you go. The Chargers, right? Okay, the Chargers. Obviously, they got their problem at receiver, but before we get to that, they make the Najee signing. Now, if you go over to the defensive side of the ball, remember they were able to keep Khalil Mack. They picked up your boy Benjamin St. Juice.
Yeah, Benjamin stinks.
That's fine because they also picked up Dante Jackson from Pittsburgh.
That's better.
That's a corner that
Benjamin
I'm a fan
stinks.
Of. They got Derwin James. Yeah, for the fucking Washington Commanders. Cool. Derwin James there.
Hey.
They were able to re-sign Bro at linebacker. I'm already forgetting names. I'm a little upset that I am. But Denzel Perryman. Either way, they are they're making moves on the defensive side of the ball, and they are, if they could snag a Diggs and Amari Cooper, somebody, if he has the passion to play, Deontay Johnson, if he has the passion, somebody to put with Ladd, put him next to Ladd McConkey, Najee in the backfield. They picked up Mekhi Becton to throw in that offensive line, made that offensive line even better. Like, this is an actual, and what we say, give them an offseason.
No, yeah.
We say give the Chargers an offseason. They already made
playoffs. Give them an offseason, maybe 2. But give them, they got to find a way to get a receiver.
The Chargers, I believe.
I saw Diggs met with the Giants.
The Chargers are going to have a better defense. They're going to have a better run game. They have a better. They're going to have. They have better protection at O-line. They just need to make one more move at receiver. They got to make a pull. At this point, I mean, call up Diggs and see what bro wants to do.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he would mind living in L.A. and he can go fuck some more pregnant rappers.
See, but he's visiting like New England and stuff, so I don't know what his.
Was it New England or the Giants?
It was probably both. I know for sure New England.
I know for sure. Yeah, I saw New England. I couldn't remember who it was. Yeah.
Oh, Jameis and Stephon Diggs in New York.
Dude.
And Malik Neighbors.
Jameis isn't playing. They're drafting Shadori. How dope would that be?
Shador and Jameis Winston?
No, Shador playing behind, learning behind Jameis.
I mean,
that's the most annoying fucking quarterback room anyone's ever heard.
You want Shador to actually grow. Your dog nightmaring?
Yeah,
Your dog.
he's
Hey, yo,
he's night tweaking.
hey,
Nah, don't wake him up. He's gonna bite me.
let
He's
him.
all the way over there, and he will
Yo, you
squeal. And
better wake your dog out of his nightmare. That's fucked up.
nah, why would I wake him? It's a nightmare.
You wake the damn dog out the nightmare. You don't let him keep being afraid and running away from the damn vet.
That man does not have any thoughts going on up there.
Uh,
The last time I woke him was like 8 years ago. I fucking slapped him in the ass and he bit my hand. I'm not doing
no,
that
no,
shit.
no. When my dog is having a nightmare, and I'm like, yo. He wakes up. And he gives me the nod, like, appreciate it, bro. Like,
Nah, that just means my dog's having a good sleep.
I appreciate it. Like, thank you for doing that for me. You
It's just REM sleep, dude. He's
terrible
shaking.
dog
He got the
owner.
shakes.
Poor dog owner. I'm not as big on Vegas, but
I haven't eaten them yet.
Vegas is obviously not waiting to, attempt to build some type of contending team. Like I said, obviously nowhere near as high as I am like with the Chargers for the Raiders.
Of
But
course not.
I don't think they're going to be some type of pushover. They might be more of a thorn in the side when it comes to, they get to play, for, the Chargers and the Chiefs. They might just be a thorn in their side as a team that just might be able to kind of compete. I mean, you got Gino. They're going to draft. I told you, people are making it even more. They're mocking it up every day on these mock drafts, Devin. They're mocking it up. Genti's going to go early. Vegas.
Yeah.
Genti to Vegas. Give it to me.
Really?
Give me Genti to Vegas. Come
But
on.
no, I think Vegas isn't. I mean, they're not going to be by any means a put together team, but
No. But they can be annoying. They can be like.
I think they're going to be They're not. Yeah, they're not going to be absolute dog shit. They're going to be a well coached, well put together bad team.
I mean, it's like when like Andy Dalton would squeeze out like a win over the Ravens that just was not deserving. It's like, God.
Well, there was that. What was that? AJ Brown, the double tip.
Don't bring AJ Green. Yeah.
AJ Green. I said AJ. I meant AJ Green. Sorry.
Green. Come on now.
AJ Green.
But I mean, look, Buffalo, Baltimore, Cincinnati, the AFC West getting more competitive in its own right. Kansas City,
Denver, dude.
Denver is a playoff team. Denver is and was a playoff team. So I mean, you got
Denver's a well coached team with talent.
The moves Kansas City has made, the moves they've made so far. If they plan on trying to make it back to being a Super Bowl champion team.
Dude, if they run through and they win 13, 14, 15 games again.
Well, this is it.
And it looks like they are barely winning 14, 15 games. The fix is in. Especially in the way that this division is going to look like.
But maybe this is a way too like just a way too big overreaction. But I'm gonna make the call now because I think, shit. Ever since we've been doing this pod, for years it's obvious Chiefs are running through the AFC. I'm not saying that next season.
It's not. No, not at all.
I'm not going into
I
went into last.
They're the
season,
AFC champs, but.
We went into last season like we know it's gonna happen. Kansas City's gonna do it.
But we didn't realize that it would be that egregious in terms of how bad they would play. Like
yeah, but I'm saying
the season before they played well enough to get to where they were supposed to be.
But because of how that season went, this is like it. Like, are they going to turn back around and go?
Yes.
Like we got to fix what we did last year, or
yes.
Or was that the beginning of the fall off? I'm not totally sure. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. Something that I wanted to do, something that I saw, just because we've been doing top 10s.
Pull it out.
We've been doing a lot of top 10. Best free agents of all time, worst free agents of all time. So I want to do top 10 off-season moves for the 2025 off-season. I got some moves for you.
Michael Gallup.
Michael Gallup to the Washington.
Michael Gallup. I like that move though. That's a nice move.
Obviously,
pulling a man out of retirement.
It's not making the top 10 list, but it is a move in terms of like having Michael Gallup as like your wide receiver 3 or 4, and you got a quarterback that isn't Dak Prescott. It's like maybe
It's nice.
you can get like
I do forget that we have a viable quarterback because every time I see some of our pickups, I go, doesn't mean shit. We got fucking Sam Howell, and I go,
but
oh
is it
fuck, no, we don't.
how does it feel? How does it feel to have an off season where it's like nice? It's like wow, what an addition.
Yeah, no, it feels like bringing a pig to the slaughterhouse. You know,
It's surreal.
still it still feels like that, and it feels like that we're bringing Jaden Daniels to the slaughterhouse because this organization
No,
fucks everybody.
y'all bringing him up. Y'all bringing him up. He's at a dairy
Michael,
farm just producing milk and cheese and
yeah,
shit,
that'd be
bro.
nice.
He's at a dairy farm having a good time. All right. So some of the biggest moves this offseason, we got Devontae Adams,
I said
obviously.
pig.
Pig.
They got pig dairy farms.
Pig dairy farm. Yeah, you
You gonna
said
milk a
pig,
pig?
and then I went cow. It's fine.
Can you milk my pig?
I think pig. Do pigs have milk?
I don't think we drink it if they
Do
do.
pigs have milk? I'm gonna find out right now. Do pigs have milk? Before we even decide
Do
to
chickens have?
yes, pigs produce milk. Don't ever talk to me again, bro. We off the pig milk.
All right, well go to the fucking Stop and Shop or the fucking Publix and go grab yourself a gallon of pig milk.
Which you don't think home? You don't think Winn Dixie or what's that? What's the one?
Piggly Wiggly.
Fresh. What's
Fresh
that?
Market.
Fresh Market. What's that place called? What is it? What is it called? Is it called Fresh? It's not Fresh Market.
There is a Fresh Market
There's
grocery
something
store. Trader
else.
Joe's.
Devontae Adams to the Rams. That obviously one of the
Yeah,
biggest
it's pretty
moves.
big.
I do think it's going to be up there. I think it's going to be hard to compete with a move that probably made one of the best wide receiver duos in the league as of right now. We obviously have the moves for Seattle, picking up Cooper Kupp, picking up Sam Darnold. You obviously have the move DK to Pittsburgh. Now, if we're talking
Big.
off-season move, how much are we weighing in like the fact that Pittsburgh had to trade for DK rather than the Rams being able to just sign Devontae?
None of the trades were
Crazy.
well. None of them were like detrimental to the trading team.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think anybody's
It's like
felt
fucking. We got Debo for a fifth. They got DK for
second and a
pick.
sixth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and maybe some
like that.
cash. Like it's none of it was bad.
But no, I mean Devontae and DK obviously two of the best moves this offseason. Now, I know I kind of shit on it, but am I crazy to like Geno's move more than Sam's? Like I still think Seattle's doing nothing next year. And when I mean nothing, I mean nothing. Like it's really over for Seattle now.
I do agree with that, but I don't see the hope in Vegas over
No,
Seattle.
no hope at all. But I think like Geno's gonna have a better season than Sam Darnold, and I mean, yeah, just a better year. Will give us better moments. You'll be able to sit down and watch more Raiders games and just be entertained by Geno Smith and that team. I believe than Sam Darnold next year.
I think the market for a Vegas game is bigger and better.
Especially,
I think that'll be more entertaining for.
I mean, especially because I didn't expect the move. I was expecting Shador or just some rookie, or some.
But then you look at it and it's like, who the fuck else do they have? Do they have a running back?
Fuck who?
But you said Genty.
Well, I would love to see them make the move for Genty, but I mean, that Genty going sixth. I
don't hate the Seattle thing because there's still hope in that team. Cup's not fucking out super dead yet. Kenneth Walker's good. Charbonnet's getting better. And then maybe we can see if Sam Darnold's not a fucking fluke. Maybe he is.
I don't know. I definitely don't love it. All
I
right.
think there's more hope in Sam than Geno. Get out of here.
No.
Yes.
No. Whoa.
I had no hope in Geno.
Whoa. You have more hope in Sam Darnold than Geno Smith.
Yes.
So, in your eyes, you think, one more time, Sam Darnold, who's had one very, very, very outlierish season compared to the rest of his years in the league.
Yes.
When Geno Smith...
So what? Geno's 3 to the rest of his outlier years.
Since being a consistent starter in the NFL.
Sure, but doing nothing with it as well.
I mean, making playoff games. He's doing more than fucking Sam Darnold.
I don't know. I think that they're both fucking mid, but I think that there's more potential in that Seattle team.
Okay, DK didn't help Geno as much as Justin Jefferson helped Sam Darnold. As much as anybody wants to say how good fucking DK Metcalf is.
Seattle didn't win 15 games.
Yeah, but that's
14 games.
I'm saying they didn't have Justin fucking Jefferson.
Agreed, but they had DK.
I don't know.
They won 9 games.
Okay, I'd love to put some money on it. Raiders are gonna have a better season than the Seahawks next year.
We'll see.
I think.
Who's the Raiders head coach?
Pete Carroll.
Forgot about that.
Fucking
definitely
idiot.
Forgot about that. I was like, yo, Antonio Pierce is a piece of shit.
Would you thought you had a jab there or something? No, it's Big Pete.
No. I was just remembering that.
I'm not wasting no time. He said, I don't want no grace period. Mike McDaniel's up there like, I'm just happy to be a head coach for finally. I'm finally a head coach, not just the DC and Baltimore. He's just happy to be there.
That man's 30-some years old.
Exactly.
He's getting his feet wet.
Yeah, exactly. And you over here.
And Pete Carroll's over there fucking throwing wobbly fucking ducks to their receivers. Pete Carroll's probably got a better ball than Geno.
You put money on a guy who's trying to adjust to the temperature of the water, and I got Pete Carroll in the deep end chilling. He's
sitting in that cryo chamber.
He's been in the pool. Exactly.
He's sending emails back and forth with John.
So I have Superman as my head coach, and that's who I'm betting on. Did we just call Pete Carroll Superman? Because who else is in the cryo chamber? Who else? LeBron James? Is that what we're talking about right now? Do we have LeBron James?
No, I meant AB burning his feet in the cryo.
That's fine. I'll take AB with his feet burnt off before I take Sam Darnold as my starting quarterback.
You want AB throwing the football?
No. Just on my roster. Give me Jacoby Brissett. It's Antonio Brown.
You taking Jameis over Sam Darnold?
Yeah. Entertainment value at least is gonna put me over the border for that.
All right, let's see how good of a season 30, however the fuck old Geno's gonna have.
Okay. How old do you think Sam Darnold is?
Sam hit the league in what? 17?
I mean, I'm just wondering, like, how old do you think Sam Darnold is?
Dookie Darnold's a little bit younger.
Oh, damn, he's 27.
And how old's Geno? 34?
He's better than he was top 5 in passing yards, and Sam Darnold can eat my fucking ass.
All right.
See, but that's my okay. So when Geno Smith,
I think they're both gonna suck.
So when Geno Smith is top 5 in passing yards in his early fucking mid-30s, it's like, oh, who cares? When Tom Brady does it at 40,
that's also a fluke.
When Tom Brady does it at 43, oh, we're all pressed and dick sucking it, but he wins.
Well,
9
Tom
games
was doing it at 23. Tom was doing it at 33, and Tom was doing it at 43.
But did he get his fucking jaw broken in the locker room?
Yeah, because he's a fucking
he
loser.
didn't. Oh, okay. And who broke his jaw?
I can't remember.
Exactly.
That's so dumb.
No, it's not dumb. It's not.
It was
dumb.
some big O.
He got what fucking Draymond should have gotten. His ass thrown, blackballed out the league. Fuck that shit.
Well, what happened to Trent Williams?
Who?
He didn't punch his own teammate, but.
I'm about to say, what are you talking about?
When he slap punched Richard Sherman.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, but see, that's the thing though. If you're good enough, it don't matter.
Yeah, Draymond sucks.
Yeah, Draymond, and then whoever. I mean, I don't know.
All right, we're getting off topic. Sam Darnold's the best quarterback in the league. End of story. Jesus Christ.
I can't wait to run back your reaction to Sam to Seattle and how you, like, probably shit all over it.
It's probably different.
And now you're here just like, bro, he's going to have, like, a very productive
year.
Yeah,
I mean, shit. You just said that you switched up on Geno, and fuck Geno, dude.
I said in terms of comparing him to Sam Darnold, yeah.
Geno's going to throw 18 picks and he's going to fucking have a shit.
Oh, get the fuck out of it. Okay. All right. No. I think he's way more level-headed to throw less interceptions than Sam Darnold.
See, this is why I like getting involved in the shitties.
Because he doesn't have Justin
Jefferson. This gives me a reason to watch the fucking Seattle game.
Yeah, but you don't believe it. You don't believe it. Because at the end of the day...
No, I believe it. I believe in Geno. Like I don't believe as much in Sam being good as I do believe in Geno being bad or mid, low mid.
But then but if Sam's not good, he's just mid.
Yeah, I'm saying that they're both mid, but I don't think Geno's far and away better than Sam Darnold.
I think if you gave Geno Justin Jefferson, it'd be way.
What, he's going to win 17 games?
He'd win 14 like Sam Darnold did.
Then they're the exact same quarterback, and we can call it a day.
No, because he didn't do it 1 year. It's like, wow, like, damn, he can win playoffs. He can make the playoffs. He can win games. Oh, now he has Justin Jefferson. This was like, damn, Sam Darnold's really good. Let's give him $100 million because he deserves it. He deserves it. He didn't even drop a cold bar after a win, bro. Like, he wrote back. Like, Sam Darnold wrote back. I'm sorry.
Yes.
He wrote back. He just woke up and was like, oh, shit, I get to play football. I get to play football again.
Whoa.
Nick Bolton staying in Kansas City. That counts as a move.
Yeah.
We're talking actual move. So, Jamar Chase.
Nick Bolton was a free agent.
He was a free agent. And then another move would be the Jamar Chase / T. Higgins extension. That is another move for this 2025 offseason. We got Debo to Washington, Joe Tooney to Chicago, Jets picking up Justin Fields, Najee Harris to the Chargers.
And A-Rod hasn't even been moved yet.
A-Rod hasn't even been moved yet. I told you we ain't talking about him until he fucking decides.
He could be moved to the couch.
Well, it's Pittsburgh. It's Pittsburgh now.
What a woo.
It's so obvious. I mean...
Well, then make the fucking decision.
He's just playing around, bro. That's all it is. Laramie Tunsil to Washington.
Love that. I forgot we got him. I love that.
Joey Bosa to Buffalo, and a move that everybody but me is hyping up because I guess I'm
DeAndre Hopkins to Baltimore, baby.
DeAndre Hopkins to the Baltimore Ravens.
It is funny how everyone's like, holy shit.
Dude, people are
the Ravens got a receiver.
People are like losing their mind. Like, this is such a crazy move. It's like, yeah, 3 years ago, this would have been a fantastic move.
More than 3, and beyond.
A Super Bowl winning move, but no. Now, 4 catches a game. Get the fuck out of my face. Watch. 4 catches a game. He'll score like 5 or 6 touchdowns, maybe. 4 catches a game will be his average. Watch. If I'm wrong, I'd love to be because, it's obviously the Ravens, but I don't think I'm going to be, Devin. I really don't. But all right.
What if he, has 1,400 yards and y'all win a Super Bowl?
I'd love
Let's shake on something. If y'all win a Super Bowl and D-Hop has more than... All right, we haven't shaken on it. We haven't shook on it yet.
Hold on.
If the Ravens win the Super Bowl...
Okay.
And D-Hop has more than... What's a good number?
11?
12?
12? Bro, do you know the last time he's had 12? You want me to pull his stats up to give you a more realistic number?
Yeah.
So, okay. His last 2023... Okay. I'm going to go backwards, all right?
Yeah.
So, 437 last year. 173 the year before. 1,057 the year before that. 717 the year before that. 572 the year before that. 1,400 in 2020. Okay, so
all right, 1,000 yards.
He's not getting 1,000 fucking yards. I'm telling you that now.
You have to buy a jersey.
If DeAndre Hopkins gets 1,000 yards this season with the Ravens,
and y'all win the Super Bowl,
we had a bad year.
It's probably true. You're right.
Zay went down. We lost the damn tight end, and we barely managed to get a fucking aged out receiver to 1,000 yards. There's no way. Yeah. There's no way we're running.
No, he's really not going to be seeing the ball that much.
If he gets 1,000 yards and the Ravens win a Super Bowl, I'll get a DeAndre Hopkins jersey. Sure, yeah, I'll do that. But I don't think it's going to happen.
Can we bet something better?
What? I mean, it's not like an Odell jersey. I'll wear a DeAndre Hopkins jersey.
You wouldn't wear an Odell jersey?
Fuck no.
It says Beckham Jr. on the back.
Oh, you showed up and fucking pulled your hamstring and left? Good job. Yeah. I don't care about Odell joint. That.
Now, what if there was a steaming pile of shit on the front of your jersey?
But that's the
Hooker
thing.
shit.
The Odell move
What do you
is
think
like
hooker shit looks like?
uh uh green.
Smarties and
Um
Twizzlers?
the DeAndre Hopkins move, it's like a couple levels above Odell to me. Like it's like we're not going if we are
It's about
going
2 levels above.
we cannot waste our time trying to utilize him as some wide receiver one. I truly
Fuck
don't believe
no.
we should be utilizing him as some wide receiver two. I truly believe as somebody like the Ravens who
Three to
has
four.
two great tight ends, I don't think he should be looked at as the third or fourth option when it comes to who Lamar should be throwing the football to when he drops back,
Call him an auxiliary receiver.
which we have. His name is Nelson, but we already talked about that. What's the best offseason move? Best offseason move of 2025. Is it
Deebo
Devontae?
Samuel.
No, it's definitely not Deebo Samuel to Washington.
No, Devontae. Because, I mean, it's the fact that you kept Stafford, got rid of an aging Coop, threw on Devontae Adams,
Threw in
kept
Devontae
Puka.
Adams.
Call it a day.
I mean DK is a move.
DK's, in my opinion, huge.
And don't forget Joey Bosa to Buffalo.
It's fair.
Let's not forget that because I think that's up there more than people want to. People aren't really talking about that move as much as I thought they would, but I mean the Joey move is pretty big. I will say honestly, I like the Tunsil move more than the Debo move for y'all.
Same.
Like I really like the Tunsil move. I will say for some reason our favorite place in the world, CBS, they decided to say that Justin Fields to the Jets was the second best move of the offseason. So, no on that.
Big no. That's not top 10.
Um,
It's a truly insignificant move because
yeah.
it doesn't make him a contender. We're talking more about contending teams where these moves mean something.
So I'll go DK at 2. I'll go DK at 2.
Yeah.
And then obviously, we're gonna wait to go even anywhere near Sam and Gino. So what I'm looking at, obviously, I really like Najee to the Chargers. I do like Joey Bosa to Buffalo. I love Nick Bolton staying, or just Kansas City being able to get them to stay. Joe Tooney to Chicago. Chicago being able to up that O line because they've been making some O line moves. I mean, obviously, Cincinnati being able to lock in Jamar and T. Higgins.
I mean, for lack of a better option, I don't know. I might want to say Najee. I could be wrong, but without Najee, they have no running back.
No, I like it. I can agree with that.
I like it a lot. Like you're able to give up or release Gus and J.K. and throw in a workhorse. I like it.
Now, okay, are we looking Jamar and T? Because I know I truly do believe that they are going to struggle big time on the defensive side of the ball. But I mean, they have them locked in for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're going to be here to stay, and I do think that is obviously bigger than keeping Nick Bolton, and I do think it's bigger than the Bosa move. I would say that's probably going next. I'd say Jamar and T. Higgins getting extended.
But imagine if they had a defense.
If they had a defense, that's amazing. But I mean, from what I've seen, Trey Hendrickson may sit out if he doesn't get if he doesn't get paid. So I mean, there you go. Like I said, Trey Hendrickson, they're not going to have the money to pay him. So there you go. You lose one of your biggest pieces on the defensive side of the ball right there.
Yep.
But either way, for now.
Oh, what about Rashee Rice?
What do you mean?
Is he coming back?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't know. I just
when he's healthy.
Oh, he tore his ACL. You're right.
Yeah. Remember, Patrick Mahomes did it.
Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL.
Patrick Mahomes tore his leg all up.
I thought he was still suspended or whatever on leave or something.
You said you liked Kupp. Is that a top 10 move?
No, because I don't think they're going to be a contender.
Okay.
I think, like you said, I think they're going to be similar to the Raiders. They'll be a thorn. They'll nag some teams. They'll swipe a few wins, have a few cool plays or whatever, but they're not going to be that crazy.
I think I like Bosa to Buffalo a little more than Bolton staying?
Yes.
And do we like anything else over that? I'm only looking maybe Tunsil to Washington.
No, I like that.
Okay, so Bosa, Bolton, Tunsil.
Yep.
I do like that. I think those are Bosa. Like I said, Bosa's that move. I mean, it happened, and people were like, "Oh, he's a Bill," and they stopped talking about it. But
Yeah.
people are talking about the fact that like, no, they were able to cook with an aging Von Miller, and now that now this is being
But
replaced.
Vaughn wasn't even there all year. Like I don't know who the fuck else they had
But,
out in
but
that bitch.
like this is replaced with Joey Bosa now.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna
Well,
have an
they
elite
do
edge
need some
rusher.
secondary help. It can't just be an injured Taylor Rapp and
No,
a
come on, bro.
shut
They
up.
re-signed Damar. Come on, they're good.
Shut up,
They're
dude.
good for life. It's three for life, bro.
For life?
It's three for life. Come on, they're good. You know they're good. They don't got to worry about
Get
a
the
thing.
defrib.
They got no, we can't make those
Sorry.
types of jokes over here. Laramie Tunsil at 7. I do like that. And honestly, if I gotta give props to Washington, I probably gotta give props to Chicago for making the Tooney trade.
Yeah, but that's banking on like we know our quarterback's good, and that our O line can be improved, and that will help the team. They don't know that their quarterback's good, and improving the O line could mean nothing.
It could mean
But you got to
nothing.
make the move because it's Caleb, and
Could mean
I don't know.
nothing. It could mean nothing. It could mean something.
I'm just glad that this offseason isn't about him.
Yeah,
It feels nice to not see him at all,
and
and not to see
people
his fingernails and his pink phone and his lip gloss and all that stuff. It feels nice.
and people have been shitting on this offseason. Like they're like, this has been one of the most boring off seasons. Now, I'll say it's not the
I mean,
most.
they are correct. The most entertaining part about this offseason is Tracy Morgan throwing up
No, no,
during
no,
the Knicks game.
no. It's
But
bullshit. These moves.
not
No,
bullshit.
no, 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 no. I'm saying they were saying in terms of off-season moves.
No, there's some pretty important offseason moves going on.
No, they
Like,
were saying
actually
like
pretty big ones.
they weren't. I'm not. See, I use the word off-season. I don't mean that loosely, as in terms of just off-season. I mean like the transactions happening in the NFL's off-season period.
Yeah,
Like when the league started on Wednesday or like March 5th, whatever. Like
sure.
it's been nothing. And I think, okay, when the Ravens pick up Derrick Henry and the Eagles get Saquon last year,
Sure.
those were moves.
Those were big moves,
You
yeah.
had Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels coming in the draft. You had quarterbacks that you knew were for sure going.
Yes.
So yeah,
We don't know. Yeah, we don't even know if these guys are going to get drafted first round.
it's definitely not as exciting, but I think it's 100% still a pretty interesting offseason.
Well, I think it's more interesting in the way that there's not going to be a whole lot of new teams. Like I don't know if any of these quarterbacks outside of Cam Ward are being looked at as guys who will start immediately in a franchise.
Mm.
Like I don't think there's going to be any new franchise quarterbacks. Like last year there were
I think we'll
at
have a
least three.
resurgence. I mean, like, I think if anything, you have some of these teams who are refining their team, and then, like, I think we'll have a bounce back year from CJ.
Yeah, no, for sure. But no, I'm saying like there's not going to be that many rookie quarterbacks playing. There's not going to be brand new teams coming out here.
Nah.
Like and a lot of the moves that happened was kind of moving around quarterbacks. It was taking Darnold and moving him and Geno and all the shit. There's important shit that's happening. Teams are changing. It's just like, yeah, no, it's not Saquon getting moved. It's not these huge names. They're not up for contract yet. But
All right, we got 3 spots left. Does Gino and or Sam make the list? Now, you like the Sam move more than I like more than I like it. I like the Gino move more than you like it. So, because I look at it like this: Minnesota, excuse me.
honestly, Pete Carroll's probably over both of them. For real.
I mean, maybe, but I mean, I think I don't know. I think just going from like an obvious like expected you guys to like in my eyes, Gino was gonna be a Seahawk next year, and
Sure.
Seattle knew who they were gonna have at quarterback, and
Yep.
then all of a sudden DK's requesting a trade, and they're trading away Geno Smith, and they're They're
Tyler Lockett retires.
Tyler Lock. Yeah, it's like all these things are happening, and then all of a sudden Vegas goes from definitely having some journeyman or Shador at quarterback next year to
To
Geno
a
coming back,
better journeyman.
linking back up with Pete Carroll, and in my eyes better than Sam Darnold. But
Fair.
I don't know. At the end of the day, I mean, it's not the biggest move in the world, but it is a franchise making a quarterback move. So I think
True.
it's bigger than like no matter how much we gassed it up, I think it's bigger than Debo
Yes.
going to
No. Agreed.
Washington. Just making moves for quarterbacks. Now, over Sam or Geno, I mean, making the move for Cooper Kupp after everybody's like, well, who is Sam gonna throw to?
Mm-hmm.
Is good on them. In a world where they still had DK, I think the move would have been even more beautiful.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm almost saying that I like the Cup edition more than the Darnold edition.
Yeah. I mean, if you were going to lose DK, it doesn't really matter who you have at quarterback, Sam or Geno. Replacing or getting another receiver is more important.
It's like, okay, they lost DK, but they got Cooper Kupp. It's like, okay, they lost Geno, but they got Sam Darnold.
They
It's like,
got Sam Darnold.
It's not really. It's like, okay, so
No.
then, okay. Then I like anything else over Kupp though. So Joe Tooney, Diop,
Nope.
Debo.
Nope.
Okay. So Kupp.
Where's Kool-Aid McKinstry? Is he still in college?
That's a good question. No, he was a Saint.
You're right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was he not a Saint? Geno Sam.
Doesn't matter.
Geno Sam to cap it off. I think Geno Sam to cap it off. We can cap it off at Geno Sam.
Cap me off, dude.
Top 10 moves from the 2025 offseason. Number 10, Sam Darnold to Seattle. Geno Smith to the Raiders. Cooper Kupp to Seattle. Laramie Tunsil to Washington. Nick Bolton re-signing with Kansas City. Joey Bosa to Buffalo. Jamar and T. Higgins getting extended with Cincinnati. Najee to the Chargers. DK to Pittsburgh. Devontae Adams to the Rams. Because of the time getting a little running out on us, we are gonna hold off till next episode to do top 5 best wide receiver duos in the NFL. So we are gonna have that to look forward to next episode. So just keep that in mind. Top 5 best wide receiver duos we will do next episode. But Devin, I got some athletes for you to guess.
You think Jerry Jones would be able to guess by penis?
Maybe. See, that's the thing. It's like, at least we know for sure he was joking because the truth would have came out.
Nah, I don't know.
I think the truth.
Jamie Foxx put that phone down real quick. He said, "Whoa, don't say that."
Well, I think, yeah, because he was on live with a fucking billionaire making jokes about his players.
That's a joke, though. That's a funny joke. He's got an 8-inch dick.
It's a hilarious joke.
8.5-inch dick, or however big it is.
But I think that's all it was.
Like, you don't think he's telling them boys to get hard and then pulling out the tape?
No. I don't think he's having a dick combine in the locker room. Do you
think Jerry knows how to use the phone measure?
I think Jerry has a good sense of humor. Phone measure? No, I think he just puts his iPhone up next to them and just goes about 1.5 iPhone 6s.
It's true. We've all no one's ever put a phone next to it.
You about to say we've all done it? Oh my god! How many iPhones are you, bro?
No one's ever done that. I fear the day. That's why I don't have one of those monstrosities of an iPhone.
What do you mean?
Like the fucking huge iPhones.
Oh, bro,
I fear that day. I get the 4S.
I'm not gonna lie. You're kind of size watching yourself by saying what your max would.
Cut all this.
What your max would be. You're like, bro, I can't go any bigger. This is the biggest my iPhone can go, or I'm gonna feel like a small man.
I get the iPhone 3.
I can't. You got to go back to the iPhone 3.
I got to measure with the 3.
Just talking Tom on that bitch.
Yeah, no, I get the iPod Touch.
I got
No nano shit. No nano shit out here.
I got some players for you to guess. All right. First athlete, first player.
But anyone, yeah, just remember that next time you hand someone or you take someone's phone,
Just know it was next to their dick at
touched
some
it.
point.
Yeah,
100%.
every time.
Okay. First athlete, Devin. This player has more total passing yards than Michael Vick, but less than Josh Allen. He's played for 4 teams. He has 1 Pro Bowl. Any ideas?
Doug Flutie.
Nah, not Doug Flutie. He was drafted the same year as Vinny Testaverde.
What, 86?
That was the point. I didn't say the year. I just said.
I'd like the year. Mother slut.
I would have just gave you the year then. I would have just gave you the year, but he was drafted the same year as Vinny Testaverde. And his overall record as a quarterback was 66-74.
Sucks, dude.
It does. It does.
1 Pro Bowl?
1 Pro Bowl, 4 teams, more passing yards total than Michael Vick, less than Josh Allen.
Dante Culpepper?
Nah. Vinny Testaverde.
Same year as Vinny. When the fuck was Vinny drafted?
Well, I mean, just think about what Vinny was and when he played.
But I'm saying his Ravens year, was that toward the end of his career? Can't remember.
No, he was. Never mind. Never mind.
I don't got a good grasp on old Vin.
4 teams.
But I'll say early 9s. God damn.
1 Pro Bowl. Just 1.
Ryan Leaf?
No. I don't know if he had a Pro Bowl.
Oh. Yeah?
Who?
Patriots?
Who?
No. God damn it.
Drew?
Drew.
No. Not
Drew
Bledsoe.
Bloodsucker.
Come on now. More total passing yards than Michael Vick. He's played on 4 teams, 1 Pro Bowl. He was drafted the same year as Vinny Testaverde. 66-74 as a starter. Bro did not like to win too many games.
No.
I'll give you like one more.
I don't know.
I'm going to say. Throw out one more
Vince?
name. Who?
Vince?
No, it is not Vince Young. So the answer to this, Devin, it's Jim Harbaugh.
There's not a chance I was getting that, dude. Fuck me.
Yeah, but you went Vinny Testaverde, and then you went early Ravens. So I mean, like you could have ended up at the Jim Harbaugh type of realm. You know, it's like
forget he plays. I forget that he played. What was he, a Colt most of his career?
He was a Colt. He was a Charger. He played for 4 teams. He was also a well, I mean, he was on Baltimore, obviously. But then I can't remember that last team. This next player, this corner played for 4 teams. He was a 5-time Pro Bowler. He has more total interceptions than Stephon Gilmore, less than Reggie Nelson.
I don't know who Reggie Nelson is, but
dude,
I'm a casual, bro. I don't know.
We have had like the problem with this is we had this conversation on the podcast.
Yeah, no,
You know who Reggie Nelson is.
I remember who Reggie Nelson is now.
You know who Reggie Nelson is.
Apologies.
Stop disrespecting my guy, Reggie Nelson.
Apologies, I forgot.
Who has more interceptions than this person and Stephon Gilmore.
Yes.
God damn it. God damn it.
This person I'm unsure of at the moment.
This person is 1-1 in his Super Bowl appearances. He was drafted the same year as Joe Flacco.
08?
07.
07.
Yeah.
Same
07, 08, yeah. I think, yeah.
07.
Either way.
08.
4 teams, 5 Pro Bowls, more interceptions than Gilmore, less than Reggie Nelson. 1-1 in Super Bowls.
Stupid one just off the bat. Darrelle Revis.
No.
False. Good. 1-1 in Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm. And I obviously wouldn't bring up the Super Bowl appearances if he was just the 50th man on the roster.
Champ Bailey's older than that. Why didn't you say anything? Is it Champ Bailey?
It's not Champ Bailey.
I didn't think it was Champ Bailey. But it's a Bronco. Who's one? Oh. Aqib Talibas?
It's Aqib Talib.
Let's go.
Aqib Talib.
Chain snatcher, dude. The eye poker.
Chain snatching, eye poking, Aqib Talib.
Ugly motherfucker. I can't be talking, but still. Damn, that man's fucking weird looking.
All right. Last one. Switching over to the NBA, Devin. This NBA player became the youngest player to average a double-double. He was an 8-time All-Star. He played for 7 teams.
Dang.
He's a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. And he has 1 championship.
No, why am I so stupid? Every time I get one fact and I go, ooh, it's him. Swaggy P never won a fucking. I'm so stupid.
Swaggy P never won what?
Defensive Player of the Year?
Fuck no.
That's what I'm saying. It's fucking stupid out here. Because you said 1 championship and you looked at me, you're like, and I was like, Swaggy Penis.
Oh God, no! 3-time Defensive Player of the Year.
No, it's Dwight Howard.
It's Dwight Howard.
Because Dwight's got 3 of them things, boy. All is a magic.
It's Dwight Howard, Devin. I had to make sure I got Dwight Howard on this guest.
You could have thrown in a.
It's one of your favorite NBA players of all time.
And he is. I like.
He's definitely there. But yeah, no, Dwight Howard.
Because off-court antics
is the answer. Dwight Howard is the answer. And why does it matter?
I feel like I did okay. That's not terrible.
What you mean?
I missed hardball and I got it.
Missed hardball. You asked if Nick Young won 3 DPOIs, but.
Well, you looked at me with a championship thing, and I was like, "This is a
honestly,
joke."
I couldn't contain my smile just the fact that I was doing Dwight Howard.
Sure.
It's just I was waiting for you to be like, "Oh, you."
I also kind of got lucky with the Aqib Talib thing.
How?
I caught your look when I said Champ Bailey, just because based off of Bronco. If I wasn't thinking Broncos, I'm not getting Aqib Talib.
Yeah. But I mean, I almost made the look to make you think it was Champ to not go somewhere else. But okay, you're fine. I'm gonna work on my tactics. I'm gonna work on my tactics. By the end of this, I'm gonna be a whole detective, stone face.
Just ostrich that bitch, dude.
Mirror sunglasses, aviator shades.
Are ostriches the ones who dig their heads in the dirt and?
I think so.
Call it a day.
Ostriches are the ones that.
Emus.
How do they breathe? We're not talking about this.
Through their butts.
Let's get out of here. Let's leave. I think we've talked about enough.
Tired.
We talked about NFL rule changes. We talked about the best league in the world, the XFL, the Extreme Football League. Let's remember that it's called that. The Extreme Football League.
You fucked me up with that. I haven't heard that in decades.
Very stupid. March Madness.
The XFL sounds much better.
March Madness is here. Kansas City falling off or not. Top 10 offseason moves of this offseason. Devin, is there anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
Disregard all the stuff I said about the phones.
No, it's hilarious. Best bit of the day.
I have a flip phone.
Best bit of the day.
What if it flipped?
I'm a Nokia brick.
Ooh,
Nokia
ooh,
bricked up in this bitch.
dang!
There you go.
I'm that BlackBerry.
You had a little ball in the
That
middle that would
Coke
spin
can.
around.
Yeah, that's called a wart.
I used to want the.
It's called my
Ugh,
black
blood clot down
wart.
there.
My berry.
That'd be bad. All right, we need to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm fucking.
We're. This is not. This is no longer a sports podcast.
It's fine.
We're talking about a whole bunch of nothing. But Devin,
Salute.
we will be back on Tuesday to discuss, more off-season moves. Maybe Aaron Rodgers finds a home. We're gonna be even closer to these NBA playoffs. March Madness is gonna be even a little more along the way. Top 5 best wide receiver duos. We will do that ranking next episode. Devin, I already asked you if there's anything else you want to say, huh?
Yeah.
I already did. Okay, well, with that being said, it has been me. It has been Devin. It has been real. We are out.